Good morning, students. In the last class, we were discussing about tissue specific and organ specific manifestations. Of diseases. So which organ is going to show the symptoms is decided by route of entry of organism, infectious organism, route of entry of infectious organism, or final destination of infectious organism. So these two things are going to show tissue specific symptoms. Tissue specific symptoms. Whatever the disease it may be, many diseases they show some common symptoms also. Common symptoms are being exhibited in most of the diseases in common. Exhibited in most of the diseases. In common. Whereas tissue specific symptoms are specific in particular diseases. And common symptoms examples are swelling due to inflammation. Due to inflammation. Next, pain. Next, fever, etc. These are the common symptoms. So what is inflammation? A recruitment of inflammation is a recruitment of immune cells to the site of infection. To clear the infectious organisms. Recruitment of immune cells to the site of infection. For what purpose? To clear the infectious organisms. This causes swelling, and swelling causes pain. In order to eliminate the disease causing agents, even body temperature also rises, which you call fever. Fever is also called pyretic effect. Pyration. Pyration means increase in temperature. Increase in body temperature is known as pyration. Right? So, the pyretic effect causes what? Fever. Right? Okay. In some cases, the tissue specificity may lead to some general effects. Tissue specificity also leads to some general effects. How? Take example, HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, right? Where does it go? It goes to the immune system, that is lymphoid or lymph nodes, and damages the immune cells. So, when HIV damages the immune cells are specific to immune system, and HIV has damaged these immune cells. But the effects of this HIV in AIDS are not because this specific immune cells are simply damaged. Okay, they are because the body cannot fight off even some minor infections also. See, if liver is damaged, the liver function is disrupted, and the symptoms based on the damaged liver, they are exhibited. If lungs are damaged, because lungs cannot give proper function, the symptoms like coughing, sneezing, they are exhibited. If immune cells are damaged, any particular symptoms are not going to be exhibited. General symptoms are going to be exhibited. Why? Immune cells are meant for what? They are meant for clearing of infectious agents that cause many minor to major infections. When the infection is there in the body. Liver is going to function continuously, lungs are going to function continuously, but immune cells are going to function when there is infection in the body. When there is no infection, even immune cells, they are damaged also, the related symptoms are not going to be exhibited. But when infection enters, by that time immune cells are in damaged condition. Even minor infection like a common cold also can turn out to be major infection. Minor infections also, they are not eliminated. When they are not eliminated, what will happen? The symptoms are immediately going to be exhibited, like a common cold. Common cold can turn out to be pneumonia. Why? Because it starts increasing in the number. If immune cells are there functioning, they can clear off. They don't allow it to increase in their number. But immune cells are not functioning now. So they increase in the number and pneumonia is going to occur in the body from common cold itself. right? In the same way, a minor gut infection, it can turn out into diarrhea with blood loss. Diarrhea with blood loss, right? So here immune cells are affected, but because immune cells are affected, any one particular type of symptoms are not going to be exhibited, but general symptoms are going to be exhibited. That is, here tissue specificity is there in terms of infection. Infection has specifically damaged one particular tissue, that is immune tissues, that is lymphoid tissues, lymph nodes, where immune cells are present. But it is not going to show any particular symptoms because of the damage of that immune cells. But when any minor infection has occurred, and this minor infection which has to be cleared off by the immune cells, as it was not cleared off, the related symptoms are going to be exhibited in different general common minor infections. That particular symptoms are going to be exhibited. That is what called tissue specificity. It may also leads to some general effects, especially in HIV. Okay. So, in HIV infected persons, it is not the HIV that is killing the people. In AIDS patients, HIV is not killing the people or persons. Then what is that it is killing? The other diseases which are not getting cleared off. The other diseases which are not getting cleared off, they are actually killing the people. In HIV infected patients or in AIDS patients, HIV infection is not killing the people. Then what is killing the people? It is the other infection which was not cleared off is killing the HIV infected or AIDS patients. Right? This is how the AIDS patients are actually dying. This is the reason most of the AIDS patients, they die because of tuberculosis, TB. If normal person is infected by TB, by using medicines and by the functioning of his or her immune system, the TB disease will be cured. Whereas if a HIV infected person, if he is getting infected with a tuberculosis bacterium, then definitely that person is going to die. So most of the AIDS patients die because of tuberculosis. So then what it is killing that person? Tuberculosis or AIDS? Tuberculosis is killing the person. The tuberculosis which cannot kill a normal person, it could easily kill the AIDS patient because the immune cells are not functioning. Okay, right. Next, severity of disease manifestations. Severity of disease manifestations. What is the severity of disease manifestation? How much severe the symptoms are? If more people are attacking, a person will get injured more. In the same way, if more infectious agents are there in the body, more severity of the symptoms can be expected. So severity of disease manifestation is dependent on the number of successfully survived or surviving infectious or disease causing agent in the body, right? And this number in turn is decided by the number of disease causing agents is decided by what? Is decided by the proper functioning of proper or improper functioning of immune system. Right? So if immune system is properly functioning, then the number of disease causing microbes or disease causing infectious agents can be kept at low. If immune system is improperly functioning, not functioning properly, then what will happen? The number of infectious agents or disease causing agents will increase and the severity of disease manifestations will also increase. So if immune system is properly functioning, then number of disease causing microbes will be low and severity of disease manifestations also will be low. Right? If immune system is not properly functioning, then what will happen? The number of disease causing microbes will be high and severity of disease manifestations also will be high. This is how severity of disease manifestations is decided. So, immune system is major factor that determines the number of microbes surviving in the body. So, immune system is the major factor that decides that decides the number of surviving microbes in the body, which in turn decides the severity of disease manifestations. So in the next class, let us discuss the principles of treatment. Thank you.